Hi guys, Lunar here, welcome back to another Skyrim console mod video. Good news, I have 2 5 mod videos today. I just want to say thanks to you guys. I think I've pissed off too much people lately by making too many changes too quickly. So here are 2 regular Skyrim videos. I will post a Destiny 2 video later today though, so show it some love even if you don't watch the video. It does help out my channel at least. Anyway, let's jump straight into mods, and there are 3 PS4 mods today. Woohoo! And I have them split up over 2 videos. Also, I think I will continue to show a bit more images sometimes or clips that authors provide than I used to, just because it does make my life a bit easier. But I have got mod showcases in the background and plenty more than I was in the past few videos. Also, I've placed the mod names on the screen. I don't have PS4 or Xbox One colors because I find a lot of time mods, especially for PS4, do get added, but just at a later date. So I have the links in the description for both Xbox One and PS4 anyway, so it doesn't really make much of a difference if I show it in the video. Just check the description for what mods are for what consoles, and to be honest, most of the time I tell you in the video anyway. First is the Hold capital's Domstar. Domstar was once besieged by the mysterious Ice Tribes. The town's 4 champions, Chung, Delacroix, Beatrice, and Alhavara, attempted to negotiate with the tribes, led raids against them, and turned to the Emperor for help, but to no avail. The tribes attacked the town and the walls barely held, but no trace of the wall exists in the game, nor any defenses. This overhaul adds some walls and towers and adds several new NPCs, homes, and increases the harbour. This is still a work in progress, and the mod intends to add the following over time: some extra walls, East Empire warehouse and trading office, stable where you can buy a horse, and extra changes when you either choose Stormcloaks or Imperials. Our next mod is called Dragons at the Start, and this mod simply enables the dragons in the world before the player comes across Milmanir at the Western Watchtower. So now dragons will attack giants, dragons will fly about, dragons will attack villages and settlements, or the player themselves as soon as they reach level 10 now. It also enables the dragons that guard the word walls at the same time. Useful if you want to see dragons in your game but you don't want to play the main story, or if you use an alternate start mod. Moving on, we have Roguelike Encounters. The initial goal of Roguelike Encounters is to flesh out Skyrim by balancing the difficulty and challenge of the world around you from level 1 all the way up to whatever level you reach. This is done through mechanical changes to NPC spellcraft, combat, damage mechanics, spawning level balance, and unpredictability. So the mod features over 370 creatures derived from the same open source packs as SIC and Monster Mod. The main ESP contains the creature library, changes to scaling and combat to keep the game challenging, as well as an even distribution of new NPC abilities and spells suitable for the player. So the mod adds loads of new creature combinations to the game, however it also adds the following stuff. To combat, it adds stagger, bleed, and armor degradation mechanics, also removes loads of door blocking, water restriction, and zone level restrictions from NPCs. You get more ingredients, changes to vanilla level list, so enemies drop more ingredients. Spell changes, this edits vanilla attack spells, change burst damage to damage over time to make mage fights last longer. Followers, it adds 22 followers, 7 humanoid and 16 monstrous ones throughout Skyrim, and it also adds wilderness mounts, for those who want rideable summonable critters, and nothing else. Overall, it adds 67 new spells and summons to the game, 370 creatures, and a bunch of combat changes. Moving on, we have Nerevar's Weighted Arrows and Bolt, and this one's for PS4, and the Domstar one at the start was for PS4, just in case you wanted to know. This mod adds a weighted counter to both bolts and arrows. Have you ever realized you could just carry around thousands of arrows without any penalties? This gave arrows and bolts no purpose to crafting, as you could collect thousands of arrows around the world. This mod only affects worn arrows, so it is possible to have multiple arrow types of arrows in the inventory as a backup. This small addition now adds a small layer of depth into combat. You will have to think about when and where to use arrows now. No longer will you pelt a mammoth or giant early in the game with thousands of arrows like I'm doing in the video. Crafting arrows will be essential to an archer playstyle. Players now have the option to pack light and avoid the cumulative layer of weight, or pack heavy and have extra damage options. The formulas for the weighted arrows are as follows. Light quiver, 1 to 10 arrows now weighs 5 units. Medium quiver, 11 to 25 now weighs 10 units, plus 5 units, so it's 15 altogether. Heavy quiver is 26 to 50 arrows, now weighs 15 units, plus 10 plus 5, so it's the previous 2, which equals 30 units. Anything above 50 will not fit in a quiver and will immediately drop your weight limit to 0. This mod adds perks to the player's characters as well, so any mod that changes the perk to the player character at the start of the game will possibly conflict with this mod, so keep that in mind. Our final mod is called Majestic Mountains. This mod incorporates new mountain measures images and an LOD file to go with it. The file size was carefully sized and optimized for Xbox One users as well, and the mod has the following features. The goal of the mod was to make a complete mountain rework. The lighting on the mountains was changed in a way to fit much better to dynamic day-night cycles and the weather system of Skyrim. There are several differences to other mountain retextures though. One of the biggest differences is the mountain texture itself. There were 2 textures used for the mountains originally in Skyrim, but one of these textures was barely used, so the author mixed these 2 together to form one texture, causing it to have a much more natural geological look to the mountain. So if you're looking for a more natural mountain look, you could check out this mod. And remember guys, to put this one at the bottom of your load order, or at least under all of your other textures. There are a couple of bugs as you can see in the video as well, but once they're fixed, this mod will be pretty cool. Well, that's about it for this video. If you found it useful, a like and comment is very much appreciated. And if you haven't done so yet, subscribe for more similar Skyrim content on my channel. But with that being said, Dragonborn, stay awesome. I will see you all next time.